Hello everyone, this is Jared here, and I have a new update for my Turtle startup program. I now call it AltoOS, just because I'm an alto saxophone player. So I thought, that's a good idea to name it after something I enjoy. So that's what I did, and I called it an OS because it really changes the way that the Turtle works. So without further ado, let's just get into some of the bug fixes and other changes that has been made to version 1.2 of my program. So first of all, one of the changes, you see I have a recipe here for a lapis block. You can see here I have a crafty turtle right on the side there. If you were to, before what you, this is what, let me just put it this way. If you wanted to craft a block or something, you just push C, and that's what should happen. Before, it would craft it again, and you would end up with that. It would just basically craft twice in a row if it could. So there's that fix, and that one was pretty big fix if you ask me. I mean, I use that a lot, and once I started using that, it was kind of annoying whenever it kind of crafted twice and had to like hurry up and get it before it crafted the second time. But yeah. So next up, we have a little feature that I added in quite a while ago, but it was kind of bugged. Say your turtle is trapped like this. Well, you want it to be able to place a block in the middle, or where it's at right now. I put that as 5 on, either 5. You push 5 and it should turn around and start moving around, and then it should, actually, I had nothing in there, so let me just try that again. So, repeat, it'll just keep trying that, and then it'll place a block where it was at. Before, it would just keep constantly turning right here and just try to find a spot on its sides and never actually hit the point where it needs to go up or down. So if there is, actually let me move this turtle up one spot, and let me just grab this. And if it is covered up from the top, it needs to go down, and it wasn't happening with that either. So I changed that. And in an updated version that's updated from this version, it's a future version that's not in beta or anything just yet. I have it to where it'll tell you which direction it went. So keep an eye out for that. That's coming in the future. But there's that, and so that is fixed. The next fix is actually something that I kind of noticed after I was kind of working with this in the field and everything, instead of just testing. If you have a program like my 3x3 tunnel program that I have, it has multiple parameters. What I mean by that is if I were to type in, say, 3x3 tunnel and say the distance or something, it would just ignore this, and then it would just go right into how far do you want to go, and then it would go into the program without actually accepting this parameter, and you would have to type that in again. So now I wrote a simple program just to show this off. So I called it lame because it does nothing. So if I wanted to have 3 parameters, let's say 1, 2, 3, these don't even have to be 1, 2, 3, they can be whatever. It'll type out 1, 2, 3, and then wait, and then go back to startup. 1, 2, 3. Let me go with, say, 1. I'll go lame with 1 parameter, whatever parameter you want. Now it'll only show 1. Anything else, I have no parameters, so it'll say other. Before it wouldn't do that. Before it was just taking the first little thing, the program name, and calling it good, and that's not what I had intended. But that's the way it worked out, so I had to fix that. So it works now, no worries. But I also did this because I also changed other features about this. If I want to, say, edit a program, and I wanted to show you lame, I cannot edit programs from here. I did this for a future update that's not quite out, but it's planned in the future. I do not want you to be able to edit programs directly from here without a password. So, spoiler alert, I should have said that earlier. So there's that. Let's see what else. I'm looking off a list here. Okay, so if we go down all the way here, you'll see now that it will tell you exactly how far it went and which direction. So future update, you're going to be able to push capital A and capital D and have it turn that direction and keep going until it hits a block like it just did, and it will show you the amount of blocks it went. So that's cool. But here I have a chest, and I'm going to put some stuff in this chest. And I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to try to dig it with E right here, and it'll just grab the first slot 0 right there, and it will place it in its inventory. Before, what it did is, if this inventory was full, it would just keep sucking the items out of this chest until it filled up, and then if it filled up, that would be what happens right there. And you get all this stuff. If your chest was pretty full, you'd have a big lag spike right here. And that was really bad. I did not want my my users to be having to be careful on which way they or where they put their turtle. I wanted to be kind of like smart about where it goes. And so I'm going to place another say the stack of items. Now it'll also say it got an item from inventory. It knows that it's a chest. Here's another example of that. Just do that. I'm going to push W this time. Couldn't move forward due to a chest. It really should say inventory, but I wanted to be kind of worried about space, because if it got too much, then it would go and take a new line. I didn't want that. So that's why it doesn't say inventory, it just says chest. But it will not actually attempt to go forward if there's a chest there, because of that same thing. I don't want it to dig if there's going to be a lag spike or whatever, a bunch of items flying everywhere. So there's that. And there's also been some major performance boosts. Let's turn it around, and I'm going to push and hold W, and you can see the time it takes before it gets to the block, and the time it has to stop and then go again, and then stop, then go one more block, stop. You know, it's a lot. It's much faster than it was before. So I'm pretty proud of that. So what we have next is we have D right here. Or, I'm sorry, this S right here. And if you just push a lowercase s, it'll just go backwards. It won't turn around. If you push capital S with this one, it will turn around, then go forward. So it ends up in the block where it was before. It's facing this way. Instead of just going backwards one block, it would turn around, then go forwards, which would end up at the same block except for facing the other direction. So there's that. And now I also changed a little bit of the way that R works. So let me just grab 64 sandstone. So I'm going to place that there, put that there. Now I'm going to push R right here, and what R does is it will place a block. Now that's pretty simple, that's nothing special, but what I changed is now if what's in its selected slot right here, if it's not the same as what's there, it will swap out the blocks like that. So, and then vice versa, if you switch these around like that, push R, it'll swap those blocks out. So there's that. Now, a lot of these commands, if I go into, let me just put a block right here, and there's going to be two things to say right here. If I go into survival right here, and I go over here, push capital W. You don't actually have to change display screens, but I'm doing this for video. If you push capital W or something, it will actually attack you until it has nothing in its way. And then once it detects block, it will tell you exactly how far it went and what direction. So I think that's pretty cool. You also have to be careful with that, just because, you know, that hurts. So there's that, and I was going somewhere with that, but I forget exactly what I was trying to say there, but that's okay. That is also with dig. Like if I were to just push E right here, actually it won't work right now because I just do that. If I push E, it'll do that same thing. It will attack if there's a mob there or yourself. There's no way to determine if it's you or if you're, you know, a zombie or whatever. So I wanted to be kind of something useful in the field. Like if there's a zombie in a tunnel way out there, I wanted you to be able to be able to just go over here, push W, capital W or something, and have it go over there and attack it. I thought that'd be kind of cool, kind of neat. So I had some functionalities for external programs. I already mentioned that. Now there is a little function. I think this was in here last one too. If you push equals, you're going to be able to select a slot with your WASD keys, and it'll tell you which slot it has selected. Says slot 6, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has highlighted 6 right here. And so it will keep doing this, and it's not going to crash. It's not going to crash on these corners. It's just going to go up here, or it's going to decide which way to go, and it's going to be pretty intelligent about it, I think. So there's that, and it's going to tell you what it is, and then you push enter, and it's going to say I selected slot whatever slot is chosen. So it happened to be slot 6 again. So in a future in a future update, it's going to remember which slot it chooses. So don't worry about that. That's coming. I'm giving you quite a few spoilers. I'm sure it doesn't really matter though. So there's that. We have other minor preparations for future updates, and we're almost done here. It will also determine if it's an unbreakable block before, say bedrock here. If you push bedrock right here, and I'm going to push E, it says I attempted to break a block, but it cannot break. There's no way it can break bedrock. So it just says I attempted to. It doesn't say I did. So I put that there just so like if it runs into warded blocks or whatever, you'll know without it's going to be it's going to be intelligent about it, and it's not going to keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, because before, if there's a block there, it would just keep trying until that block is gone, and you're going to either have to restart the program or terminate and do whatever, or break the turtle, and so I wanted to be protective against that too. So let's see here, and you can no longer edit programs. I said that, and I increased the feedback. So if I had this is just one example, by the way. I have other examples of this. I'm going to have a stack of however many gravel right there. I'm going to push E to break those blocks, and it tells you in real time how many blocks it mined. There you go. So that's about it for this update. It has a lot of new stuff, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. I do. I enjoy working with the turtles with this program. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys use this program and enjoy it yourselves. So I'm going to leave links in the description for stuff, and I'm going to show you the pastebin code again. So if you go right here and you type in pastebin get, and then you type in this code S9 capital B capital V as in victory, capital U, capital 2, and then capital M, then capital L, like that, and then you type in update. Then you should be able to get this update program. Downloaded as update. Now if you run update, and then you type in startup or whatever program, it'll be able to update that through the pastebin cloud. So I'm not going to do this just now because it'll also delete my old version. I need to put this version on pastebin right as I upload this or something like that. But if you type in update, it will tell you all the stuff you can update. These are the latest versions that are available just now for you guys without going into beta. So there's quite a few programs here, and you guys can check those out if you guys want. But the one I'm showcasing right now is this one right here, Startup. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Have a great day.